The Fastest Ever Singer, written by Benjamin Peel, performed by Natalie Chisholm. I don't know why I'm so nervous at seeing you again, that I'm having to rehearse what I'm going to say. You always told me that nerves are a good thing, necessary even. But now I'm more nervous about what to say to you after all these years than I ever was running or performing. I know I only ever competed in one Olympics, and that was 16 years ago. I mean, had I qualified for the 100 metres final, then maybe I would have carried on. But then again, maybe I wouldn't. I know you were disappointed I gave up on it so early on in my... They call me the fastest ever singer on account of my previous career. I've been thinking about that recently, what with the Olympics in Munich later this year. Obviously, running helps with increasing lung capacity, which is vital for an opera singer. But I was a sprinter, not a long-distance runner, and opera can certainly feel like a long distance at times, especially to some of our audiences. No, I liken my sprinting career, as short as it was, to singing an aria. A brief but intense burst. I do wish sometimes I'd not given up on athletics so early. But still, a silver medal at Melbourne was pretty good, and I didn't think I'd ever equal that again. And besides, if I hadn't stopped, then would I have the career I have now? I'm about to perform the Olympians in front of the Queen Mother. Oh, and you, of course. Oh, you'd laugh. But I still find myself doing some of the same warm-ups in the wings as I used to do before a race. I'd sometimes sing to myself on longer training runs. People get awfully snobbish about opera, but it is full of such passionate themes that it gives me the same high as running did. I know I said opera isn't really your thing, but art and culture are what we as human beings are constantly striving towards as we go about our daily lives. People can get so pompous about the importance of their particular form. It's mostly ephemeral anyway. I mean, costumes are packed away after a show's run. Sets are taken down and either stored or destroyed. Even recordings are superseded with better techniques and processes. It's the same with sporting achievement, as you well know. Records may last a long time, but eventually they're broken. It's the taking part that counts. It may be a cliché, and for you it was always about the winning, which it never was for me. It was always the taking part, whether it was running in the Olympics or singing in an opera house. It's that living in the moment of the performance that really counts. When time stands still and you are lifted into another realm. I know some people think that I've left my roots far behind, but I don't think that's true at all. All that seaside air in Skegness and then Great Yarmouth, it helped my asthma, and that upbringing's kept me grounded, as I hope you'll see. Now I'm about to go on stage and perform the Olympians. It's an Arthur Bliss opera about some gods who descended to Earth regaining their divine powers every 100 years. That's how I felt on the track. And how I feel on stage as some other unearthly force is guiding and working its way through me. Maybe I didn't get the most powerful god, as I only won silver, but I've become a respected, if not world-renowned, opera singer. Or perhaps that's to show there will always be others better than us. And all we can do is to strive for improvement, without comparing ourselves to others. That is something on which I hope you'll agree. Oh, I do hope you enjoyed it, as you were always telling me to push myself to the limit and get outside my comfort zone. You know, it's only by doing so that we learn about ourselves and decide which path to take. Who would have thought that running and opera singing have so much in common? Well, this dressing room is somewhat different from an athletics stadium, but the applause at the end is the same. Oh, anyway, there's my beginner's cue, so I'll see you afterwards, and I probably won't remember a word of this.